Out of more than 190 countries, the United States, Canada, United Kingdom, Italy have been one of the best destinations for many Nigerians, either to further their academic career or to work. After World War II, many Nigerians left the country to complete their education abroad, mainly in the UK and the USA, and returned home as highly qualified professionals. Some of them work as doctors, engineers, among others. While many persons go abroad for various reasons, the ultimate is to live a better life. This is Femi Makonjola, a Nigerian artist who is now based in the UK. This is a peculiar case because you hardly find Nigerians in the diaspora making money from just music. He narrates his experience of why he left Nigeria and some shockers when he landed in the UK.
Why do I leave Nigeria? Of course, I left Nigeria for better fulfillment in life and also for settlement with the family, for greener pastures. And it did just stop at that, and also to further my education in life. When I got here, I was thinking life would be so easy. As a graduate, I'm just going to start working, doing the normal jobs that we do back at home. But in the United Kingdom here, it's different. Like I said the other time, I have to do some jobs that I'm not really proud of. And here, everything is process. In the United Kingdom, everything is processed. You have to have some certification to be able to do some things. Even as a musician, it's not possible for you to just say, oh, I'm a musician, I'm going to put my equipment out there and start performing.
An average Nigerian likes to party, and it even becomes sweeter when the artist is from your region, which creates a feeling of home away from home.
Life in UK here is peaceful. It's lovely. There are basic amenities for the citizens here to enjoy, just like power supply, health system, and the most important thing to me is you don't have to carry security agents around because you're afraid to be kidnapped. So that's not happening here. It's peaceful and life is good. Or when you're living in Nigeria, do not have the mentality that you're living in Nigeria for greener pastures, for better life, and you are moving into a new country, and immediately you get there, you're getting rich, or you start plucking money from the tree. It's not that easy.
Some of the issues many Nigerians face at home are inequality in terms of income and opportunities and rampant poverty. Insecurity has also become a thorn in the flesh, and many simply don't want to remain here. I visited the Ikeja passport office to see the process of getting a passport, and the crowd I met was enough to scare one away. Behind me is the Nigeria Immigration Service in Alausa Ikeja area of Lagos State. And as you can see, there's a crowd waiting to either register, capture, or get their passport. Now, for many people here, they just want to leave the country in search for greener pastures. But they say the process to getting passports can be quite exhausting. Some families share with me why they decided to leave Nigeria.
How I can, get a better life for my kids, especially in terms of safety. Looking for a more safe environment. But around 2011, two events actually triggered my decision to, start relocating. One of them was an attack on, the bank I was working with, and it was a very, very close shave for me. In fact, the fact that I'm still alive today is a miracle, And after that incident, I thought, I can't keep living like this, And there was another incident, robbery incident, where I was living, and again, it was just like, how long can I keep, living like this in a country like this? So the word I feels like your English is not good enough, and feels like some people can hear you. And then when you go to interviews and things like that, you have to battle that, the truth is that you have to battle your color, the color of your skin as well, whether you like it or not, those things will show up.
I decided to travel abroad for two main reasons, actually. The first reason is to be able to acquire knowledge that I can use to contribute to societal transformation and, of course, in the area that I specialize in, international relations and security studies. I wanted to acquire more education to be able to impact that field and to contribute to practice. So that was one of my main motivations. But the other reason is also the situation in Nigeria. I lived in Ile-Ife, where I also worked, and it was becoming increasingly concerning that security was a problem. Personally, I felt that the security situation was disturbing, and I just wanted something that would give me some kind of safety and peace with myself, with family.
I left Nigeria to improve myself. When I left in 2008, though, this is contestable, people would think that people in that era, some of them kind of like Japa too. But I didn't Japa because of economic reasons, the way people are doing that right now. Mine was not for economic reasons. I was working, I was doing well, I had a car, and I was living well. I could feed myself. When I left on my own terms, and I saved up money before I left. It's not for economic reasons.
Traveling out from any country, anywhere, all over the world might be of two different reasons: for greener pastures, or for security reasons, or for developmental purposes. Yes, I live here in London, and yes, it's got its advantages and it's got its disadvantages as well. But globally, networking, a lot of things seems to be well diverse now that we're beginning to see things differently. When I traveled back in the, I think, late 90s, it wasn't all that bad. But as of then, yes, we can complain. As of then, insecurity was there. As of then, bad governance was there. As of then, educational-wise, things were not going well, but we'll manage it, we're doing it. Educational strike, lecturer strike, so many things were actually happening, and we have to think about it. Is this how we want to live? No. The best thing, get out of the country. Go study abroad. Go live abroad. Go work abroad and come back home.
The main reason why I relocated to abroad is for me to live a better life, for me to be able to find something doing that I'll be able to take care of myself, my family, and live a comfortable life. Because back home in Nigeria, I've been looking for a job for several years. No job anywhere. Try different kind of business, personal business. Was not really successful. So when the opportunity came, I have to take the bold step to relocate. And ever since I came, honestly, I give glory to Almighty God. Everything has been okay. At least I've been able to take care of myself and my family, which is my main primary aim of coming here. I could say life here not bad, but we used to say, no place like home. If not for circumstances that brought many of us here, we would have preferred stay back home if everything has been going on well with us in Nigeria. But coming here is not the kind of life we live here. Is not the kind of life we live in Nigeria. Here, no, you hardly see people with social life. Here, you hardly say, "Oh, let me and my friend, let's chill, let's go out on the date, let's do that." No, everybody here work. Almost every time. You hardly, if care is not taken, in fact, you discover that you are working 7 days in a week, because here a lot are at stake, especially when it comes to the aspect of bills.
What many of them anticipated? Would they have been more successful if they had chosen to remain in Nigeria?
But I look at my trajectory when I was in Nigeria and I say, we're doing well as a family, but compared to where I am today, they are miles apart. If you want to be straight, you want to, you don't want to dip your hands into dubious things, or illegal stuff. It would be hard for me to be more successful if I was still in Nigeria than here. But the fact that I can go to sleep in peace, the fact that if I forget to lock my doors, I'm not panicking. I can sleep on my bed knowing fully well I can walk in the night, or sleep on my bed knowing fully well that no one is, running after me. That's success on a level in itself.
In Nigeria, there are a lot of pressures from different quarters, particularly economic pressures, that make it difficult for you to pursue your career path and become as fulfilled as you will be. On the other hand, when you're abroad and you're fortunate to get a good position or job, you're likely to pursue your dreams better and you're likely to be more fulfilled. So I think that if you're abroad and you acquire education and you acquire skills, you have a pathway to success that may be brighter than you have in Nigeria. But of course, the two are not mutually exclusive, because if you are successful abroad, you can also impact Nigeria. Of course, if you are successful in Nigeria, you may also be able to impact other areas. But essentially, it all boils down to who you are, your personality, and your ability to apply your skills.
The good part of it is people leave Nigeria. Right, Nigeria right now, the economy is in shambles. We're not making much of money. like it's in shambles. So if you are able to leave and you get here, I can tell you that almost 70 to 90% of Nigerians that are in diaspora send money back home. A very sizable percentage of my income is always sent to Nigeria every year, and I'm not the only one doing this. My advice for people that wants to leave Nigeria right now: before you leave Nigeria, try to have a skill. Have a skill and have an open mindset. You know, you're not gonna come here and think that, you know, you kind of like see money or pick money on the floor. Sometimes it takes time to be able to understand the way of life here and to build a job history.
For me, being abroad, being back home doesn't make any difference. It now depends on the ideas you can create for yourself. Take a cue from the Nollywood industry. Take a cue from the music industry. They've created styles and it's perfectly working for them without the support of the government. Can we actually replicate the same in so many places? Road transportation, air transportation, rail transportation, and many more.
I've been in Nigeria for years, no job, nothing. I've been living on family, friends, from hands to mouth, and yet I was unable to take care of myself the way I want, my family the way I want. But ever since I came, my life has not remained the same. I've achieved my aim. So now I can categorically say that I can take care of myself and my family. So I would say my life I wouldn't have better than back home than me coming here. If you say you don't want to work, when you remember those bills, because here there's nothing like let me hold you till next month, nothing like that. So the life here is not the same as Nigeria, but yet we can still say that categorically that we thank God. Coming here, for most of us, especially for most of us that doesn't have what we are doing back home before, coming here, our life has changed for better. So I could say, in terms of life, well, we can't compare life here to Nigeria. The way we used to do it in Nigeria, we don't find it as easy as that here in abroad.
Some of us will stay back to solve the issues in Nigeria. Some of them will leave and also help us to solve these problems, either through the ideas or through the money that they will bring in. They can also invest in a lot of these healthcare assets. If you go to a few hospitals on the island today, you'll find out that they are owned by doctors who practiced in the US a couple of years ago. And that's good for the country. Yeah,
so you're saying Japa Syndrome is good for the country?
It's not totally bad if we can address some of the bad side. In the 80s, Nigerian government intentionally sponsored doctors abroad, sent them to Eastern Europe, Russia, sent them to UK because they wanted them to learn, and then come back and add value. We can't all have Nigerian doctors working and practicing in Nigeria. We're not exposed to the world. We have to be able to compete globally. And part of being able to compete globally is to have talents that have worked in different parts of the world, so that when they come to Nigeria, they can share their ideas. So some of us will stay behind. Hopefully we'll get better. Some of my colleagues will also continue to travel, but I can tell you for free here that a lot of doctors abroad, they are still interested in Nigeria Nigeria is our country. They still want the country to do well, and they want to contribute as much as possible to the development of Nigeria, especially the healthcare space.